So did you find that even throughout, the hair loss, did you find that you were more like confident, outspoken? Like, how did you identify with the alopecia and hair loss? Like what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Does that question make sense?
Good. It does make sense. It's good. It's deep. Like, how did I identify? I had two lives. That's the best way I can say it. I identified like when I'm at home and the wig is off, that is my true being. And even looking at myself in the mirror and like, hey, this is not so bad. It's okay. I can cover it like this. Or, I think I see hair coming back. And then there was the curly wig on the outside, Kyla, where I would go outside and I have this whole nother persona that I took on, that the wig, I feel like, gave to me, so to speak. And I didn't necessarily like having two type of Kyla's going out in the world, but it's how I coped with having alopecia. Like, I'm home trying to do my regimens, and then when I go outside in the world, I am this carefree person with this curly hair that people comment on, and I don't say yes, it's my hair, or no, it's not my hair. I just kind of giggle and keep going.
So now that you know you have alopecia, now that your family and friends know you have alopecia, moving forward into your hair loss journey, what was your next step to deciding whether or not you're just going to accept the alopecia or grow it back? What was the step moving forward after that?
Truly, it was during quarantine where I'm like, I think I can try to grow this back, because I accepted it for a while. And, and then I was like, you know what? Let me invest in some products that I think, that I believe that it will help me. Like, and that I first heard of your journey back when I was suffering in 2018. And I'm like, I don't think I can get your products from Canada, from US to China. I just wasn't in that thought process that I can order them so far away. So I really held back, and maybe I held back on my blessing. Perhaps my spots could have been cleared up if I acted, quicker. But coronavirus happened, and it brought me back to the United States, and I then was able to kind of sit in my just sit in my area, in my space, and really think about what I should prioritize. And so growing my hair back then became a priority.
And so what did you try? What did you do to grow your hair back? Did you grow your hair back? Let's ask those questions.
Yes, I used your products, and that's about it. Honestly, that's it. I bought the alopecia kit, and then I started washing and conditioning weekly, and then using the scalp balm daily. And then on how it says on the bottle, you rinse it out at night. Rinse it out during the day, in the morning. And then at night, I will apply it for 3 minutes, listen to my favorite song, usually gospel song. And I'm just rubbing it. I'm singing. And I'm also praising God. So I have this whole body experience where it's spiritual, it's mental, it's emotional. And just bringing it all in. And in May of 2020, that's when I started using product. And by January, by February 2021, that's when I saw major results. That big bald spot that was in a tennis ball size dropped to below. Turned, it grew. I saw that there was major growth in February, and I'm like, this is not a coincidence. How is this happening now? Why is this happening now? And so I just took pictures just because I was like, let me document, because it's something I was struggling with. And then it was just evident that whatever I was doing, which was using your products on a weekly and daily basis, was helping my hair grow, as well as the water quality being here better in the States.
Yes. Did you try anything else besides my products?
Throughout the journey, I was trying different oils that help keep my scalp moisturized. I can't lie, when I was still in China, I have a friend that was from To Go who brought me this onion. It smelled crazy. This onion hair mask, and it's the texture of your scalp balm.
Yes.
And so I put it on, and I thought I saw growth. I thought I felt growth, but I wasn't too sure because I ran out of it before.
Right.
I was able to see anything, and she had went back to her country.
Right.
So it was something with that shea butter and an onion mixture.
Yes.
That was helping, but then those strands fell out again. Right. So I didn't start seeing concrete growth and thickness until I took my hair journey a little bit more seriously, and I was able to have the resources here in the States. Because over there, I'm like, I'm picking from resources from here and there, from whatever friends bring back from their countries.
Right.
But here in the States, I was able to really just hone in on what I could get my hands on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so then once the hair started growing back, how long do you think from the time that you started using the products to the time that, I know you said that it was like from May until, what was it? May?
Yeah, May until February.
So how long was that? So like May, June, July, August, like 6-7 months?
Yeah, 6, yeah.
Yeah. And then what did the hair, what was it like growing back? Because a lot of people ask me, like, when I grew my hair back, were there any signs? Did you have any signs that you were receiving hair growth at all?
Yeah, it felt like little baby hair growing back in that bald patch. And I would just like feel it. I'm just like, oh, this is different. I wouldn't want to pull on it too much, but it felt really fine. Yeah. So I just left it alone. And then January, I got my hair crocheted for the first time in like 3 years. I was totally psyched to do that. And so when I went to that stylist, I said, listen, these are pictures of what my hair used to look like.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back there. So please, like, let's just, and having that communication with my hairstylist and being able to communicate, like, let's be gentle. Yes. What does that feel like? I'm going to give you warning signs. Please leave my baby hairs out. Yeah. Please. And just having that open, candid conversation with her really helped my hair growth as well, because I don't want to touch my hair if it's growing. Right. I want to just like kind of keep it protected. Like right now it's in crochet, and I'll take that out and I'll let it breathe for a little bit, and then I'll put it back in some type of protective style.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. To answer your question, the hair growth, it was very fine. And I will always ask my mom, like, how does it look now? How does it look now? And so, that was that.
Yes. And then, but did you feel anything on your scalp? Okay. Because that's a question. Was there any tingling, any sensations? Did anything prompt you to even, like, what prompted you to continue to use the products? What, like, was there a time limit? Like, I'm going to use it for a month, or I'm going to use it for a year, or wait, I was using it and now there's a tingle. Like, what inspired you to continue to use the products, even though you didn't know if it was going to work for you or not?
Truly, I was starting from rock bottom. I didn't know what was going to work or not. Mm-hmm. If I was more disciplined, I would have been like, yeah, I'm going to give it a timeline. But because I wasn't eating like anything to help my health, I was just kind of like, whatever, I'm going to try this. Mm-hmm. I was a little bit more fluid with the way I would use the product. And I just honestly believed the product was going to work. Like, I just said, God, you going to do this. Yeah. We're going to use this product. There's not so many like products you see out there in stores which has the word of God on it. Mm. So to me, that made a difference. Like, I thought that was really cool in general. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that it's coming from a Black woman, and that like you did this for your children, and then now you used it for yourself, and how your hair journey truly inspired my hair journey. It just took me a little bit longer to get the products. I wish I got them earlier, but it's all good, because like I wouldn't be here today if I didn't go on a limb and say, I'm going to invest in this.
And why did you? Because that is, people, they go out there. So one of the questions is, how did you find me online? Because this is probably something I should have asked in the beginning. Like, how did you find me? And what inspired you to take that first step of purchasing? Yeah.
So, like, when I'm, like, on the Googler and I'm on YouTube, the first thing that comes up with anything that's alopecia was you. I don't know. It was the algorithm at that time. And I don't know if it's because you've been doing this for a long time, and I don't know what set it up, but you were like the first, and I was just like, I guess I'm gonna watch this girl. We're gonna see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I had no idea about your journey back in 2013. I'm picking up from 2018.
Yes.
And so I'm going as far back as when you shaved your head the first time and then the second time. Yeah. So I'm like looking at those videos like, if she can do this, and I'm sitting here weepy eyed like, I could do this too. Yeah. I could do this. And so I thought I would have to shave my head. I'm just like, how would this look? Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I reached out to your team 2018, and I'm like, well, do you guys still, go overseas? And I did get an answer. I can't remember what your team said.
Okay.
But I didn't go through with it because for me, I didn't know how that whole process of getting it overseas. Yeah. So, like I told you, like when I said in 2020, I had time to sit down and reflect, and I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this. I'm going to do this.
Yes.
And yeah.
So you were just you were more at the point in your journey where you're like, I'm just going to trust and believe and just go out on a limb more so.
Yeah.
Because you're at rock bottom.
Right. And that's how I lived most of my life, is going out on a limb and just be like, all right, I guess this is that's how I ended up in China. I guess this is what I'm doing.
That's
how I ended up in my new home now. I guess this is where I'm going.
Yes. So I know, and that's interesting though, because I have more of that personality where I'm like, listen, if it's working for you, I just want to give it a try, because what is there to lose? The reality is I've tried other things. And so that's what I was gonna, because you said that your doctors prescribed you Rogaine and steroid shots. Did you try either of those?
Yeah, I tried the Rogaine, and I had that for like a while, 6 months. And I'm just like, what is going on here? I don't know. Like, I just didn't feel like anything was happening. I didn't see anything happening.
Yes.
And the steroid shot, for me, that just seemed too invasive. Like, you're going to put a needle in my head and we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like,
No,
I didn't want that. After speaking with you these last few months, I'm like, well, maybe alongside your products, also looking more into the health and wellness side of alopecia, because it is like an autoimmune disease, right? So having to take care of myself from the inside out is like my priority, my goal at this point.
And that's what I explained this to you before, where for myself, it was like I was using products and I saw growth. But as far as the growth that I got, it wasn't the thickest. My hair color did not bounce back. My hair was very thin and brittle. And then that's when I went on the health journey to heal my body. Because the thing is, like anything, you can use a product. If I have a rash and I go to the doctor and they give me a steroid and I put it on the rash, well, the rash can go away. But if I stop using that steroid and whatever, like my body's in the same condition it was in before, I use the steroid, then the rash could just come back, right? So it's like, how can I get that rash to leave permanently? And so, yes, products are going to help you to get rid of the rash or to stimulate hair growth. But unless you change the physical, unless you change the reason why it happened in the first place, eventually it's going to come back, right? And that was my biggest concern. The fact that something was wrong to the point where I lost my hair. So what do I have to do moving forward besides using products? Because, it's not the answer to use something for the rest of your life. That wasn't the answer for me. Even if it was something I made and something that I could continue to make forever, I don't want to be beholden to any doctor or any product or anything like that. So that was the main journey that I was on after the hair growth that started to fill in, was just being healthy. And that is a part of the journey. Like, do not just expect to use products or take a pill, or, you know what I mean? Or there has to be that health side to it. So I'm glad that you brought that up, that is something that you are serious about, because I feel like that's where you're going to see that lasting growth and those long-term results. It's not in a product, it is in you, especially.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. Especially because hair loss is a is a you thing, right? And so you got to fix whatever it is, stress or diet or, like you said, moving. So now that you've done things in the external, now we got to do things in the internal to keep that amazing growth. And from the pictures I saw and from the video footage I saw of your hair, it has flourished. Like, your hair is amazing, and I thank God for that. One of the questions I have for you is, are you alopecia free currently?
Thanks so much for watching. If you want to watch the previous video, then click on the video to my left. However, if you want to see more videos about me and my hair growth journey, click on the videos below. And besides that, thanks for watching another one of my videos, and I'll see you in the next one.